Hi everybody, my name's Andrew, this is Collective Intelligence, and we are making a track from start to finish. This is the third episode. Today we're going to be touching on making just like glitchy, weird, trippy effects. We're going to set up some returns with some effects on them as well, so that we can route audio into particular things and get a consistent result with reverb and delay across the entire track without having to run heaps and heaps of instances of the plugins. So let's get into it and get working. Okay, so I'm going to start by creating a MIDI channel and getting a drum rack, and I'm going to get the 909 drum kit. I'm just going to pull it in here, and you can see I've got all the drum hits available to me, so I'll go ahead and I'll make a MIDI clip. There we go. And I'm going to drop a whole bunch of drumper notes on the particular sounds that I want to trigger, right? And then in this case, I'm going to pick a lot of stuff that doesn't really have too much bottom end content in it. So it's getting a bit low. That's fine. That's way too low. We'll use that. Get that snare. Get that clap, get that snare, get that rim. Cool. So I'm happy with all that. I'm going to go Control A to select all, and then I click legato to make big long notes. And if I went ahead and just pressed spacebar right now, it's going to play them all at once, and it's going to be pretty messy. So I'm not going to do that. And instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to get a MIDI effect and an arpeggiator, and I'm going to drop that on there. And I'm going to change the rate of the arpeggiator to 16 notes, right? And then I'll press play. So it's playing this repetitively and it's re-triggering a whole bunch of stuff at a rate of 16. So I'm going to go random. Right. So now we're randomly playing stuff. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to EQ it because it's just I don't want. Yeah, there's way too much bottom end coming through. Right, and I may even kind of cap it out as well. So let's go. Great. So really random shit, just playing repetitively. Next we'll go and we'll get a delay. And the delay does some really cool stuff. So we'll go delay, and we'll keep it on time. We'll change it from sync to time, and we'll put this at 27, right? So really short delay time. And if we turn the feedback up just a little bit, getting a metallic sound. And then if I follow that up by getting an auto filter, putting that on bandpass, now I've got a nice metallic texture. I'm going to send it into the delay. Cool, so we can play with that. So I'm just going to put the LFO on it to control it for now. And what we might do actually is we can pull that out and we'll just make some quick, actually I'll turn the LFO off and I'll control it manually. And if we select an area, turn automation on, we can select this area, we can actually make, we can insert shapes in. So if I kind of zoom in, make this quarter notes, and if I go like this and I select that, and I go like, I'm just going to draw in some random automation. That's not going to be any good, that one. Like so, like so, like so, like so. How does this sound? Cool, and we probably don't want it actually coming down as far as it does, so I wonder whether we can... Yeah, I don't want the filter to drop down so low, and maybe even don't want it to go up quite as high, so I can grab these little nodes and... That's better. I can do so, grab that. So pull that up a bit as well. I'll let that one go all the way up to the top. Cool. I'll just leave it at that for the automation. I don't want to go too wild with it. I'm going to duplicate it. I'm going to freeze it. And then I'm going to flatten it. So I've turned it into audio, right? And now what I can do with it is I can start to stretch it and manipulate it. So we'll keep that as it is. Well, I'm happy with that. That's going to be a fine effect. Here, what we can do with this is we can say, all right, that's everything there. Consolidate. Make it longer. I'll repitch it. Just... Right. That can make some cool effects at times, right? So if we go ahead and we freeze that as well, and flatten, we've got drum effects 1, drum effects 1, and then this one, let's go ahead and we'll make that even longer. I like that a lot. That's actually quite a cool sort of texture. And let's go ahead and set up a Reverb boy, and we'll come over here. Yeah, where's the reverb at? Blind as a bat. Reverb, 100% dry wet because it's a send. Low cut, no high cut. So when the signal's coming in, we're cutting the lows, we're not cutting the highs because we don't want any bass coming through. We don't want a reverb bass, it's gross. Put that on high quality. I'll show you a cool little technique that I do occasionally. Let me just tab. I come to this website called musiccalculator.com. I come in here and I go time stretching. What was I at? What speed am I at? 138? 138. And I want delay timing, sorry. 138. And let's say I want a bar of reverb, right? 173. So we can set this to 173. So this is timed with that track. So when things go into this reverb, they're 1 bar long. The reverb tail's 1 bar long. So we'll turn that up. Turn this one up, sorry. We definitely want to make sure that we're EQing this just so there's no mud coming in. Right, so now we've got reverb on that. Right, so we're getting some weird, trippy, metallic stuff. And we'll figure out how to make it actually work in the track at some point. Not to say it doesn't work. It's just, you know, you slowly massage things in. You just make random content that you're inspired by, and then you basically trim it back and you figure out what's working and what's not. So here we go. I'm going to stretch it some more. Cool. Duplicate that. Stretch this one even more. Right, and that could start as a pretty interesting intro sound. And if we put a flanger on it, in some cases, you can make pretty cool sounds. Right, so now we've got a whole bunch of randomly generated content that we can do things with. And we're not worried about it necessarily being that good right now. We just want to start getting things so we can refine options down. Because when we're working with just a couple of sounds, it's sort of difficult to get a perspective even on whether something's good, right? Until you have a bunch of sounds and you can compare them to each other and see what how they're like interacting and which ones are taking the focus of as being quite a promising sound. And yeah, it takes a little bit of time. So what we're going to do next is I might make some sort of growly sound, and I'll use Operator to do that. So we've got kick and bass playing. Just turn the effects off for now. So what I could do is if I draw a long note, and if I drop it down, cool, and I change it to a saw wave. Might just drop it down a bit further. Kind of hard to hear in the headphones whether this is really going to end up sounding any good. I'm going to FM it. Okay, and then we're going to go EQ8. And we don't want any of this bottom end. I don't want any of it. Take that out. If I make that a sharper cut. Just going to put a bit of delay on this and see how it goes. Cool. We've got a sound happening. Just gonna play around with some automation, see what works. We could try. See, I'm just trying effects, guys. I just randomly sort of try things. Right? I like that. Okay, let's see whether that sticks. And what I mean by that is we'll leave it in there. We'll come back to it. Does it sound good or does it suck the next time we listen to it, right? It's the same as with this sound over here. Like, I made it, and then now I've listened to it again, I'm like, ugh, not sure about that sound. So it could be the same with this one. Next, we'll make a squelchy sound quickly. So let's go. Let's draw a line. A note, sorry. Saw wave. We want the pitch envelope. So we want envelope for the pitch. Turn the pitch envelope on. Yep, that's it. And then we want to go up like so. And we want to turn it on by applying it. We could start. Remember 1.7 was a bar. 1.7 seconds was a bar. Maybe we'll go 24. 36. 48. Okay, and then we'll go envelope. There we go. Right, and then we want the filter movement happening. Cool, so we can have this keep re-triggering, and then we'll go like this sort of thing, and we'll see what happens. And then we can do stuff like this. Ooh. We can make little squelchy guys. All right, so now we've got a squelchy guy. And we can figure out a good arrangement for him or her. And Bob's your uncle. If you want to be just typical Psytrance, you do this. Ready? You ready? And if we do this one. we take that out. Nice. You know, it's not as refined as typical Psytrance, but we're on our way. And if we put a saturator behind that delay, I reckon we're going to get... How's that going to sound? Really want to... It's all in the filter motion. Oof, there's some nice textures on that. And that leads me to the next sound we're going to make. We're going to make a squelchy boy that's just going to do this. We're going to go and we're going to get an operator and we're going to go saw wave down. We're going to go low and then we're going to take the texture. Yeah, we're going to take that texture, right? We're going to go like this. We can put some reverb on it too. And we're going to do this. Such a simple sound, man. But what we can do is we can do some really interesting things. Can we just get a... I want a tremolo sort of gate, but I don't know whether Ableton actually just comes with one built in, which is a pain in the butt because it would be cool to show you guys that. No, it's not really going to do what I want. But anyway... Now we're getting some sounds that actually have some freaking balls, man. And we're clipping the master, man. Now, gain staging is not something that we're actually doing very well in this track. And there's a reason for it. And the reason for it is that in order for me to make videos that are loud enough for you guys to hear, I can't actually produce at the regular volume because I'd be producing much quieter than what I'm producing right now. So I can't really teach you gain staging that well in tutorials like this because I would have the kick and bass at basically negative 18 decibels pretty much on a VU meter, right? So, and then everything mixes to that volume and then I give that to the mastering engineer and he boosts it up to be loud. But because I'm working on YouTube, my voice is coming through at this volume. I need to match my voice because I don't record my voice on two separate channels. I record them in the same channel together. So I can't just turn the background up louder to match my voice later on. So that's a little bit of a flaw of the way I do my videos, but yeah. Right, so we've got that we can use as an effect in the background. So all of these are like effects that we can utilize. What was this again? Yeah, we'll figure out whether that's any good later on. Cool. All right, so that's a good amount for now. We just started making effects and sounds. We'll figure out whether we like any of them in the next video, and then we'll keep working on building and filling out the track. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that little sort of sound design session. I showed you how to resample some stuff and make some weird shit. And then just some real basic saw wave based sounds. And it doesn't, like, yeah, in the future you'll get more complicated, but at the beginning, guys, it doesn't have to be that complicated. You can start making these sort of trippy typical sounds, and then you learn how to make them your own once you're proficient and understand sound design really well. So you slowly build up to being a unique producer. So thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys very soon. Take care.